Hey everyone, it's the Chaplain here, coming to you with a little bit of a different kind of video. I got something for Christmas that was on my Amazon list. My wife doesn't know why it was on my Amazon list, but hopefully by the end of this video, you will understand why it was on my Amazon list. My sister Cindy, who lives in Maryland, she sent it to me, and I am very excited to show it to you. The next couple of days, I'm just gonna record myself doing this thing that I got for Christmas, and then I'll compile it and post it for you. If you don't want to watch it, that's perfectly fine. If you do, cool. Some of it might be sped up, some of it I might slow down the video, play it at regular speed, whatever, in case I have something to say, I don't know. But what is this thing, you might ask? Well, it's something very near and dear to my heart. As a kid, I had a lot of Lego, just tons of it. I had hockey bags, football bags full of Lego. And so I have always loved Lego. We watch Lego Masters. I don't really play with it much anymore because I'm a grown-up now, but it's also really expensive. Like, I'd love to have the Millennium Falcon sitting over my shoulder made out of Lego, but I just don't have that kind of money or time. I have found something very peaceful in the last year or so that has intrigued me, and so Lego and this thing that intrigues me is now this LEGO Bonsai Tree, or Bonsai. I've been just watching videos of people making bonsai trees, and I looked up the history of it, and I looked up all this other stuff. So that being said, let's make this, shall we? All right, so it really hasn't been that long since I started this video, but I figured I would hop on here really quick because the Last Samurai soundtrack just came up on my playlist, and I've had conversations with, oh, that's the wrong brick, had conversations with many friends as to my musical choices while I play games or I do activities. And quite honestly, you're getting a lot of my forearm here. Quite honestly, Hans Zimmer is one of my favorite composers of all time. Honestly, if I could only listen to one composer's music for the rest of my life, it would be Hans Zimmer. He is just, in my opinion, a musical genius. But The Last Samurai is also one of my favorite movies. Tom Cruise, think what you will about him, but it's one of my favorites. I skipped ahead, and normally I don't do this. Normally I do follow the rules, and I follow the placement, and I follow the order, the structure, if you will. But I felt like building the base first. Because in my mind, anything worth doing is worth doing right, and obviously the people that made this made it wrong. Because the most important part of a piece is the base, the foundation. And I believe the same is true in bonsai. I believe that in order to have an effective tree, first of all, you need to have healthy roots. You need to have a strong foundation. You need to have just, I mean, there's really no other way to say it, just strong roots and a solid foundation. So what better way than to begin with the platform that's going to hold it all together, right? Now, some of you out there may disagree. Some of you out there may not give a rat's rear end. Either way, but it's important to me to do it how I want, because it's my Lego. It's my creation. They provide you the instructions on how to make two different types of trees, one with just green and one with some pink blossoms on it, and then after that they're hoping that your creative juices will take over, and which I'm hoping mine will take over at that point. put your pretty little tree on it. All right, cool. I've constructed the base for my bonsai tree. Over 8,000 pieces in this particular set. You know, when I was trying to look up the history of bonsai, I mean, we all have that, you know, famous, iconic scene from The Karate Kid when Daniel walks into Miyagi's workshop when he's working on the tree. He tries to teach him some discipline. He starts working on the tree with him, right? We've all, you know, we can all picture that scene in our head, right? Or at least I think we can. And and that scene always stuck with me as a kid. Now, that movie came out before I was born, so haha, old people. I'm just giving you a hard time. But anyway, you know, that was the first time I'd ever seen bonsai trees. And, you know, originally they were Chinese. It wasn't until Japanese merchants started noticing, or seeing rather, these sweet little trees. Oh, great. I gotta figure out how to hook these on here. I started seeing these little trees all over the place in China. And it wasn't a status symbol like it is now. I'll turn it down a little. You know, now we kind of see bonsai as a status symbol. You know, it's for the rich, for the wealthy. But back then it was just, man, it was just something to do. They would take their trees and, you know, they were just decorations. I don't mean now they're decorations, but there was a point in time when I got brought over to Japan that it was decoration, but it was also a status symbol. So, you know, you learn something new every day. Uh-oh, the kiddo's crying. Hold on. All right, cool. So, anyway, it became a fancy thing, an expensive thing later on in history. Like the 1600s, I think if I remember correctly, it was in the 800s or 900s where bonsai is first recorded. In the 1600s is when it became this higher, you know, way of living. Oh yeah, I'm fancy, I have a bonsai tree. Of course they didn't talk like that, but I think the first ever picture of a bonsai tree, if I remember correctly, was from a French travel book. Oh, good grief. Look, look. Oh, it's a frog. Oh, that is cool. A little frog, pardon the hand there. Can you get that? Is it getting that? I can't tell. I'll put it on the back of my hand so I can look in the viewfinder here. It is, it's a little frog. Look at that sucker. What's up, frog? You gonna be on my little, you gonna be right there? Is that where you're gonna be? Frog? Alright, so I've got my phone plugged in because I was killing my battery. I went upstairs, had a bowl of cereal with my wife while she's watching a little bit of Thor. Now we're on to the final part. I think I'm having a dilemma. I don't know if I want it to be the traditional green bonsai tree or a blossoming, blooming, beautiful pink tree. And honestly, I think I'm gonna go for the really pretty pink tree right now. Just what I'm feeling. Thanks for sticking around this long. Let's see what happens. bonsai tree. My first iteration. Silly little pink frogs. Speckling the landscape here. The treescape, rather. Ooh. I don't know. What do you think? What are you thinking? What do you think here? Looks a little bare on this side. That's okay. What's the best angle? That's what they do. They find the best angle. There's a little froggy looking at you. What up, frog? Is this it? I think that's it, man. I think that's my bonsai tree. Thanks for hanging out with me this long. Well, I wasn't expecting to do that in one night. But I guess it is what it is. Maybe I'll work on the green tree next. Take all this white, pinks, purpley stuff off. Who knows? It's been fun hanging out. It took me almost of dedicated time, probably 80 minutes, 90 minutes to do this. And I didn't shoot film the whole time, but I shot more film than I wanted to. If you stuck around for this long, thank you. If you didn't, I don't blame you. I totally understand. So, that's it. I'm the chaplain. I'll be praying for you.